Thank you, Brett. Hi, everybody. My name is Altman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Yoga Panda. And today we're going to talk about two things: pandas and technology. All right? Sounds like a plan? Let's do it. All right, but before we get there, having spent the last 10 years in the technology space, I've realized that what you build is really not as important as why you do it. And so I just want to take a second to talk about that a little bit. What I've realized is that for me personally, what I really enjoy is working on things that matter, things that get me excited. And as a kid, what I really enjoyed doing was solving problems. Building things, solving problems, and overcoming challenges. And so as an entrepreneur today, as an adult, I get to do that every day, and that's exciting. And so what does it have to do with pandas? All right, so it all started about a couple of years ago when I got really excited about analyzing how marketplaces work. But not this kind of marketplace. I'm talking about this kind. The ones you access to your mobile device. For me, whenever I wanted to book a local service, I always thought that the experience sucked. It took too many steps. You can't connect that online search to the offline experience. You have to get on the phone. And I said, there must be a better way. And so my team and I decided to look into that. What we've realized is that for most service providers, who mostly are small business owners, there isn't a great tool out there to really help them acquire customers at a cost-effective rate and ultimately help attract people who pay a fair price in order to ensure that their business is sustainable. And so we decided that we're going to connect the two and see if we can build a marketplace that can really help consumers find local services and at the same time help these small businesses. And so instead of doing it for a lot of different verticals, we decided to pick yoga. And we figured that if we can do it well in one vertical, if we can do it well in one market, then we have the potential to scale that to other verticals and to other cities. And so that's what Yoga Panda is. So we work with about 50 yoga studios around town in the Seattle area. And what we've designed is a user experience that captures all the filters and criteria you would look for when trying to book a yoga class. And so you'd care about location, you'd care about your neighborhood, there is a price range you're willing to pay, there are maybe some favorite teachers you have or favorite locations. And so whatever vertical we pick, what we try to do is figure out what are those criteria that consumers look for when they're trying to book that service. And once they actually filter things to what they care about, they should be able to pay for it directly on their device and only pay for the service they want. No membership, no process that you have to go through when you show up. You can just pay for it on your device. And when you arrive to the location, you should be able to scan your phone just like any regular member and get the service. And so that's what we've done with Yoga Panda. What we've done is create this user experience, and we're trying to create something that's sustainable for these small businesses. And so the magic around what we've done is we build algorithm on top of it that do exactly what airlines have been doing for a long time, or the hotel industry. If you look at time slots over time, they're not all worth the same thing. And airlines know that. It's much cheaper to fly Tuesday than on the weekend. But when it comes to a lot of these service providers, they charge the same rate regardless of how busy classes are. And so what our algorithms do is in real time, we analyze how busy classes are. We analyze the historical attendance. And we're able to price classes up to 50% off, but only for the classes that actually need that extra capacity. And we think that what we've built can scale to other things. And so I invite you to check it out. If you're into yoga, or if you've been wanting to try it here in the Seattle area, well, in less than 60 seconds, you can find something close to you. You can book it, pay for it, and go give it a try. By the way, if you use the code, let's say red or green, anytime this month, we'll give you an extra discount for your next class. You like that, huh? So the app is available on Android and iOS. It's also available on the web. But what we're really excited about is to look beyond. What would that look like if we create a marketplace such as this, where you can book any kind of fitness class directly on your device on a pay-as-you-go model? Anytime you want to go do a CrossFit class, a cycling class, or maybe you just want to lift weights, what if you can look around and say, I'm willing to pay $10. Where can I go? Show me all the options. And instead of going through this lengthy process, you can just do it in 60 seconds, get your gym bag, and go there. The thing that I'm most excited about as I think about this journey with these pandas, ultimately pandas was just a funny name that we picked initially and it stuck around, people liked it. is that I go back to what I really enjoy. I think that everyone around here should really find something that they're super excited about and trying to do it. Because you know what? Life is too short. So for now, I'm building Panda marketplaces. Thank you for your attention. Please. So that's a tricky question. We have a healthy marketplace. That's not where I want it to be. But we've spent very little on marketing. A lot of it has been trying to understand what our cost per acquisition is and understanding the lifetime value of the customer, because ultimately that Yoga Panda marketplace is a test ground for us. And so our goal is not to scale in terms of users, because we only want to scale if we're profitable. And so we're continuing to tweak that formula, and we feel like we're in a good position to look into fitness where really that's where the opportunity is for us. From a supply perspective, it doesn't cost them anything. The only fee that we charge is a fee that a lot of these businesses use this software called MindBody, and our system integrates with their APIs, so we always show real-time data. MindBody charges us $5 a month to connect to their system. That's the only fee they pay. Beyond that, it doesn't cost them anything unless we help them get people through the door. When they do, we give them 70% of whatever the person paid. Please. Yeah, so when I think about competitors, one that has done a really good job over the last 2 years in terms of scaling a solution for fitness specifically is ClassPass. But when you talk to a lot of the service providers, they don't really like it. Initially, they were excited about it, but now they look at it as another Groupon. And so the real opportunity, and having analyzed and brainstormed all kinds of models that could work for this kind of model, for this kind of relationship and marketplaces, the only model that will work is this dynamic prices where you pay one class at a time, et cetera. Because ultimately what we do is not cannibalize the existing demand, because if you're gonna go to the same place on a regular basis, you're better off getting their membership. And that's a key formula on what we wanted to do, because we wanna support that small business owner. And so there are 2 companies over the last few weeks that raised money to do exactly this. One of them is ZenRez. They raised $2 million, and another one is in San Diego, and they raised $1.3 million. So that just puts a little more fire underneath us to move faster and trying to scale this. Other questions? One more? All right, you get it.
How does the model tend to compete specifically with yoga classes for drop-in rates?
Yeah, so the model we've done is our algorithm looks at what the regular price for a drop-in at a certain studio. What we do is we'll analyze the historical attendance, and we'll tend to set the busiest classes at full drop-in rate. And so, you put out your phone, you're trying to go to a class in downtown Seattle, and it happens to be the busiest time in that location, it's likely that you'll pay the same price than if you just walked in. We just make it easier for you to find it, pay for it, so you can get that convenience. However, if you're trying to go to a class that's less busy, we start at that drop-in rate, and then we discount it based on some classes are up to 50% off, some are 25% off. It really depends on how much do we want to fill up that class and whether that studio really needs the traffic through that door. Great, thank you so much.